back to another episode of Not So I Divide. Just Cody and I again. Tori is a busy man. He's got so many side hustles that too busy for us. But again, we wish him well, and we can't wait for him to come back and get some episodes with us.
Absolutely.
But we're trying to get things wrapped up, and we kind of do a couple episodes sometimes at a time. So, but today we're going to kind of go off some crazy stuff. Cody's been our topic master, like I said, and I was just thinking. I said, you know what? Let's kind of get a funny one here. It's not going to be too much time. We're just going to talk about some personal quirks, personal oddities, if you will. Kind of did some notes when I was thinking about what we're going to do. And it's just going to be interesting stuff because there's a lot of things that I kind of took that I don't know about Cody, even though I've been knowing him for damn near my whole life. But there's a lot of things I don't know about him. So
for the record, I have no idea what's on this list.
It's kind of silly and crazy, but I figure that we have so many serious topics. It's good to get a funny one in every night.
I'm almost dreading this more than talking about the serious stuff we talk about.
No, it's not that bad. So there's always a debate. I'm going to start off by this. So there's always a debate and when you go to people's households, at least in my kids' mind, when we come back and they'll say certain things. Like that toilet paper was upside down. Right. Or
I've laid that one to rest.
Yeah. I have. Well, we're going to get into it because that's going to be one of them.
All right.
So we're going to start with condiments, right? Your condiments: mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, barbecue sauce, whatever.
Yeah, right.
Fridge or pantry?
Now, I know technically you don't have to, but that stuff goes in my refrigerator.
All of it. Everything.
Yeah.
So like barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Cold ass barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Yeah. Now look, I will say that I enjoy let's say I'm eating chicken, right? And I want barbecue sauce with it. So I'll put some barbecue sauce. The hot chicken, it's almost too hot to touch. Dip it in the cold barbecue sauce, put it in your mouth. Okay. It's a delightful bite.
See, we're kind of weird. So ketchup is both. We have one ketchup in the refrigerator. We have one in the pantry. Why? I don't know. One of my kids likes cold ketchup, and the other, because we only have two people in the household that eat ketchup. Mayo is always in the refrigerator. I know it's the same thing. Don't have to be.
Right.
My sister's house, it's always in the pantry, and my kids freak out. You can't eat mayonnaise. It's been in the.
Yeah, right.
Like, no, it's okay. Like it's never been refrigerated. You're fine.
Right. When you go to McDonald's, it's not in a refrigerator. No. It's on the counter.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. It's in packets.
Yeah. Or or the squirt gun.
Right. But it's true. You go to restaurants.
Yeah, it's never
ketchup, mayo, and mustard.
It's never refrigerated. Right. Mustard's kind of the same thing. It just kind of depends on where it's at. We're not big condiment eaters, but barbecue sauce is, in my opinion, never in the refrigerator. It's clumpy. It gets.
It doesn't though. It doesn't get clumpy.
I mean, it doesn't flow as freely when it's been cold than it does. And again, I only use barbecue sauce when I barbecue.
Right. I use it as a dipping sauce.
Exactly, and so does Luke, my son. So that's why he wants it cold. Like he wants it in the, But
now I will say, if I'm barbecuing and I use barbecue sauce to put on the meat, I go buy a fresh thing of barbecue sauce. I don't grab the one out of the refrigerator. I grab a fresh, like when I'm shopping for my meats and I'm shopping for
get extra barbecue
I get an extra barbecue sauce specifically for barbecuing. So yeah, absolutely. I use mine, for the record. The one in the refrigerator is like a dipping sauce. Kind of like the similar way you would use ketchup. And I'll probably eat more barbecue sauce than I eat ketchup.
So y'all like big condiment, like you?
I am.
Yeah,
I am. I love little dipping sauces. It's probably why I like Oriental food so much. It's because I love having little individual sauces.
Different sauces, different.
Yeah.
5 kinds of chicken, 5 different flavors.
Yes, that's me.
What about brands? So
I prefer name brand
on everything.
Most things.
So let's talk, because I am like we told me and Cody when we talk. We're foodies to the extent that we just enjoy food.
That's why I'm overweight.
Yeah,
I don't have to be hungry to eat. I eat for the flavor. Unfortunately,
yeah. I eat to live, not live to eat. No, just opposite. I live to eat, not eat to live.
Right.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Peanut butter.
Okay, I'll eat that by the spoonful.
But do you have? If it's a jar of peanut butter, you eating it, or is there?
I prefer name brand peanut butter.
A specific name brand or just?
It depends. It really depends. If I'm eating around the jar as a snack with some milk, Peter Pan honey roasted peanut butter, that's the honey peanut butter, is my go-to. If I am making a sandwich, the Jif. Personally, I prefer crunchy peanut butter. My family likes a smooth peanut butter, so that's normally what we get because it covers more palates in my home. But yeah, so it just kind of depends on what I'm doing. But those are my
if I go in your pantry, those are 2 types of peanut butter.
If you go in my pantry right now, you're just gonna find the honey peanut butter. Right now, if we get on a spell where we're making like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the kids to take to school or that kind of stuff, you'll find the Jif creamy peanut butter.
Yeah.
In my pantry.
See, you will always find a Jif creamy peanut butter in my pantry. But I'm like you. I'm a Jif guy. I'm Jif. The Jif honey peanut butter, the Jif crunch. I'm like you. I prefer crunchy, but I don't buy it because I'm the only one that eats it.
Right.
And I don't eat it enough to,
Oh, I will. That's part of the problem.
Could.
That's part of the problem.
Yeah. I put peanut butter on everything.
I'll grab a spoon, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I put on ice cream. I put it on a sandwich.
I put it on it by itself. I'll put peanut butter on peanut butter. Now I tell you listen, it's gonna sound crazy, but at my fattest,
I put peanut butter on peanut butter.
At my fattest, one of my favorite snacks was I would take frosted blueberry Pop-Tarts, right? Open them up, frosted side down, crunchy Jif peanut butter, in between, nice and thick, and make a sandwich with a cold glass of milk. Very, very high in fat and calories, everything else, and sugar. But man, it's delicious.
I bet.
Oh, it was good.
See, I do that with chocolate chip cookies. I take 2 chocolate chip cookies, slab peanut butter, put them together.
The problem is it's too good.
It is with a glass of milk.
Oh, bro, like look. That's why I said, bro, if they can invent some kind of pill where I can eat like I want and not be fat, bro, oh my God, I'd be in heaven.
Yeah.
That's a secret to life.
10,000 calories a day.
Oh, easy. Yeah. Bro, I sat down one day and figured out how many calories I used to eat in a day when I was knocking on 400 pounds. And it was ridiculous. I ate more in a day than probably most people eat in a week.
I can vouch for that. I seen Coty eat an entire box of cereal one time in a sitting.
Oh yeah, I used to eat, bro. I mean, I still eat. Obviously.
Yeah, same here. But it's a little bit more controlled.
Yes.
Before you didn't realize that you were knocking down 3,000 calories for breakfast,
bro. I was talking to my son the other day. We went get a smoothie. And it brought me back to high school. We used to get a 40-ounce Muscle Punch smoothie from Smoothie King and then drive to Burger King.
Get a double Whopper.
Get a double Whopper combo meal, supersized.
Yep.
And we would drink the smoothie as our drink for...
Every Friday.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Pretty much every Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that was so bad.
And we would eat that before we went to eat pregame meal.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
At 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Like right after school, we'd go grab that, and then we'd go eat pregame right after.
We
put down some food.
Oh, no doubt. That was, low. Mayo. Do you have a brand favorite in mayo? Is there a mayo that... Is it only Blue Plate?
Yes.
Same here.
In my house, yes. Now,
if you go somewheres...
I will prefer to have generic mayo than no mayo.
See, I'm just the opposite.
But...
I'm just passing on the mayo.
But if I'm buying the mayo, it's going to be Blue Plate.
I'll go to people's house, like say you do barbecue, whatever, and they make a potato salad. And I always ask them, what mayo you usually eat potato salad? Now, Kraft is one that I can tolerate.
Now, that's different because you're using it to make another food.
Right.
Now, I'll try it just out of politeness. I'll try it out of politeness. But chances are I'm not eating it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll put a little bit on my plate. I'll taste it. Because maybe they did something else that might make up for it. Yeah. But chances are I'm not eating that potato salad. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I'm like, I don't want to waste it. Because I'm not going to.
I'll grab a little bit. They made it.
I may. Because if it looks appetizing, like, I might be like you. But for the most part, like on a sandwich, I'm not putting, like I said, I might put, if you have a Kraft, like Kraft squeezables, I'll put Kraft on my sandwich or Blue Plate. But anything else, Miracle Whip, Helmet, that shit ain't going nowhere on anything that I'm eating.
I'm not. If it comes between not having mayo or having one of those off-brand mayos, Not so much Miracle Whip or whatever. I've tried it. It's okay.
It's not mayo.
It's not mayo. 100% it's not mayo. It's not mayo.
But it's right next to the mayo in the mayo aisle. It's like, no, this is not.
Now, if I'm in the mood for it, I'll eat it. If somebody has, I'm not buying it. Now, I went through a spell where I had that at my house.
Miracle Whip?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fall?
If I just put it on sandwiches and stuff, just to try it. It didn't last long. You know,
yeah,
I'm like you. I much prefer the mayo, and I'm a blue plate guy. But I prefer having some mayo than no mayo.
Cheese.
I am a Kraft cheese. I prefer American to cheddar. But I love cheese, so I'll just like the mayo. I prefer to have cheese of any kind to not having cheese on my
So do you eat cheese like just, niblets, chunks, like other?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I'm the same. I love cheese. I'm a mozzarella.
When I'm making grilled cheese at my house, I'm snacking on cheese while I'm making grilled cheese. Yeah.
So that's the same here. Yeah. But I'm sliced cheese. I'm Kraft American
absolutely.
cheese. That's like the only sliced cheese you'll ever find in my house.
And the select and the blue.
Yeah.
Package. Yeah. That's my cheese.
It's the only one.
I'm with you on
that.
that.
I didn't think it existed. $1 million question: coffee.
Well, I mean, are we getting paid yet for
No,
sponsors?
This is 100% just your opinion.
Community coffee.
Yeah.
I will say this. I've tried like Black Rifle Company coffee.
Black Rifle's good.
It's good. Not worth the extra money.
I agree.
In my opinion.
Again, I only want to preface this because I like the company. I like what the company stands for. I know why they're more expensive.
Have you viewed any of their recent?
No.
Yeah, don't do that then, because it's gonna ruin you. Just keep your image in your head of what that company stands for.
No. Well, okay. Now then you're gonna make me go look.
All right.
Because I've bought it on 2 different occasions, and I enjoy their coffee. Their coffee's really good.
Their owners have made some. They're trying to get into that get woke stuff, and it goes against normally what their brand stands for.
Okay.
And I just give me my coffee and be quiet. You know?
Yeah, I'm okay with you having a mission. Just stick by it.
Yeah.
Don't flip the script But I have to go look it up because I don't know. I didn't see anything about that.
But my preferred go-to coffee is 100% community.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this: I had, and I think it might be Blue Ridge, or I don't remember what exactly the name brand of this coffee is, but it's Jamaican coffee that I've had in Jamaica.
Yep.
That coffee was probably the closest thing to community that I as far as just taste and quality,
richness,
and smoothness
and
and richness. It was
I've had it.
so good.
It is. Jamaican coffee is very good.
So much that I bought, because that's where we went from a honeymoon, 16 years ago. That I bought a few pounds and brought it home to give to my mom. She's an avid coffee drinker just like me. We kept some in our house, and we went through.
Yeah, I brought the rum home.
I brought rum home too. I did some cigars. Yeah, but I love coffee, and I will try coffee all over the place. Kind of like donuts, right? Yep. Like I'll try them everywhere I go, but nothing beats community that I found.
I agree. I think there's been coffee that I've drank, that I've had.
It's been good.
That it's been the best cup of coffee that I've had, right? But I couldn't drink multiple cups of it, right? And I enjoy drinking coffee.
Socially.
I'm not a 1 cup person.
Me either.
We just drank a pot of coffee this morning.
Right. But growing up, and I tell people this that aren't avid coffee drinkers. Growing up, when we would go visit my grandparents, they'd put a pot of coffee on, and I kind of equate it to how the English, in my mind, I could be wrong, I'm not English, but how they do tea. Where it's part of the social interaction. With having a tea, that's how I view coffee.
It was the same thing. Growing up, just in my neighborhood, my mom's friends, our 4 neighbors. Right. Every afternoon, my mom and dad would walk across the street and have a cup of coffee with the neighbors, and they would talk about their day. And coffee is definitely our social thing. The same thing with me and my wife. We'll go and get coffee in the morning, and Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings, and just go get a cup. It's a socializing. I guess I'm not a big drinker, alcohol drinker.
Right.
I don't socially. I guess I do socially drink because I'm not a.
But not a bar room.
No, I don't go. Even when I go to people's house, like to sit there and have a few beers with somebody at a crawfish bowl, I don't do that.
See, I will.
I mean, I do on occasions, but it's I know a lot of our I say friends. When you have a get together, that's part of the get together,
right?
And that's not me. But if you put a pot of coffee on, I drink a cup of coffee with you.
Oh yeah.
But so it has in my brain, in my life, it's a social thing. In the morning at the office, we put it together.
Right.
First customer that walks in the door, hey, you want a cup of coffee? And most of the time, that person comes in my office and talks to me for 15 minutes, and
even like we'll do if in my family, we will do things every Saturday. My mom cooks for the family, so me and my brother. Our wives, my grandparents, aunts, uncles. Sometimes it gets really big. Where every Saturday my mom cooks and hosts a little family get together.
Mine have been invited.
You can come. You're always invited. Like you don't have to have an invitation to come to anything. Your family, bro. In fact, if y'all want to come, they're probably doing something tonight. If y'all want to come, you can come. But what I'm getting at is after we eat. We'll do coffee. Now, it used to be a pot of coffee. Now it's the Keurig that everybody has. Yeah. But that's part of like the after dinner thing. Put some coffee on and chit chat. So yeah, it's 100% a social enhancer.
Yeah. It starts my day.
Oh, mine.
Some mornings I don't because I get so busy when I walk. Sometimes when we walk in the morning.
Oh no, I leave my house because I don't know if they're gonna have community coffee where I'm going.
Yeah.
I leave my house with a thermos of community coffee.
That's really crazy. I know I won't stop like locally if I'm on the road or I'm going to another office or I'm going to a meeting or something, and I don't come to my office, and I stop somewhere. I won't get coffee at a gas station if it doesn't have community coffee.
Oh, me either.
I'll go to another. I'll make 2 or 3 stops because I know I've had it over the years, and I'm like. It's just like, it's not that good.
So with that being said, if you're a listener and you are affiliated with Community Coffee, any kind of which way.
Yeah, look,
we will work for food.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
it's fun. I buy cases of Community Coffee a month. So, so the thing you mentioned it, and I had it down. Donuts.
Mr. Ronnie's, hands down. I have had donuts. Listen to me. The cop stigma aside. Okay, let's put that aside for a minute. I'm just a normal donut connoisseur. I love donuts, and my kids love it. I'm probably stopping at Mr. Ronnie's on the way home to bring my wife and kids some donuts for them to eat. So anywhere we go, there's a little local donut shop. We stop it and eat. The problem is, every donut I consume in my life is compared to Mr. Ronnie's. And I have found zero.
My kids now, when we go out of town, we've gone to places and we could have just eaten bread. It could be 9 o'clock at night, regardless of the time. They'll just say, it looks like a popular donut place.
Yes.
And they'll say, hey, can we stop? It's not even, they're not trying to because at first it's like, my daughter's a snacky. So it's like at first I'm just thinking she's trying to get a snack. And they'd be like, no, we'll split one donut. We just want to try it. And they do it. I'm like, okay, so where does it rank in Mr. Ronnie's? I'm like, no.
Right.
Like, it's a 5, it's a 2. Like, they have a ranking system now, and Ronnie's is the 10, because they've never had anything better than Mr. Ronnie's.
It's crazy.
It is, bro. We have because we travel, we hunt there, all the little places, little towns. They made some great donuts.
Yes.
But it's like, God, that's just
I don't understand. And maybe Mr. Ronnie's franchising format or whatever is not up to par with the way it should be or whatever the case may be. But I don't understand how that's not a nationally recognized brand.
I can say this. So
it's so good.
They just started franchising a handful of years ago. And I have been to the one that was in Baton Rouge.
Is it just as good as home?
It's not. I don't know why, and I think and it's no longer in that franchisee's hands. I know it's changed hands because I'm pretty sure they've changed locations also, and I asked why it changed locations, and I was told that from somebody else that it's because the franchisee is no longer the franchisee. So I don't know. I don't know if it's they weren't following the recipe. I don't know. It wasn't a bad donut, but it wasn't Mr. Ronnie's here. And it was two different donuts I tasted.
Right.
Because their glaze is that's what they're famous for. Hot glazed.
Yeah.
But I'm a chocolate and cream kind of guy. Like I
love like an eclairs.
Yes. So
I like jelly donuts.
What I don't like about Mr. Ronnie's eclairs is that they're cold.
Right.
I like a warm donut, or at least it doesn't have to be hot like their glaze is, but
just
warm donut.
Above room temperature.
Yeah, and theirs are cold. So it's like, I like them. It's still a good donut, but their glazed donuts are the best donut that.
Oh yeah.
Hands down, ever tasted.
I do enjoy like a jelly filled donut too.
I mean, I enjoy any donut.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I never ate a bad donut.
Right. Now, surprisingly, I tried their bacon chocolate eclair. I wasn't a fan. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I've eaten it.
But in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah,
and it wasn't. No.
Yeah. Again, because it was cold.
It might have been. That might have been.
You make that joker hot.
You know what I really want to try? Because I've seen it out in places, and I've yet to try one. I love hamburgers.
The hamburger donut?
Yes.
We ate one, so.
Are they good?
They are, but it's a mind fuck. It's donut and then it's burger, and it's like, all right, but when you chew it and it's like, okay, but it's like, you ever had chocolate covered bacon?
I don't think so, no.
Same thing. It's really, if you're okay with really
sweet and savory.
Well, it's not even sweet and savory. It's a combination. It's weird.
I want to try one.
So
I would love to try one on a Mr. Ronnie's glazed donut.
Yes. So that's where I was going with it. There was a King Cake Festival in New Orleans a few years ago. It was right the year before COVID, and then after COVID, in I think 19 it happened, and in 20 they didn't do it. But Canada's actually won the King Cake Festival.
I can believe that.
The New Orleans King Cake Festival, Canada's won.
I can believe it with that snickerdoodle.
Yep.
Yeah. I went. It's so funny because last year, I'm going to interrupt you, but last year, me and my family went on a king cake tasting kind of journey, and we got the same type of, other than the snickerdoodle, because they were the only ones. I wanted to taste everybody's
original
signature.
Oh, signature. Okay.
Yeah. So we got the snickerdoodle one. That ranked high up there. It wasn't our favorite, but it was top 3.
We'll get to that. We'll go to that one next.
Okay.
But at the festival, there was a food truck, and there was a king cake donut hamburger. Okay. So it was just like Mr. Ronnie's king cake.
It's a donut.
It's a donut.
Right.
It's a donut, a king cake looking donut that they cut.
Yeah, it's got the sugar on top.
Correct.
Yeah,
the colored sugars
and we tasted their donut king cake thing in our
king
journey.
Cake. That's a king cake.
No, it's a donut.
They argue with you. It's king cake.
No, it's a donut.
Exactly. Yeah. My sister argues with me every year. We got a king cake. I'm like, great. I won't bring one. They're Mardi Gras. And I show up in this. And I'm like, you got a big ass donut.
I
That's
could
not
put sugar
cake.
on top of a turd. It's still a turd. And not that their donut cake.
No, it's good. It's just a donut. It's not a king cake.
Right.
So we'll move on to king cakes. Since y'all did your journey, what was the results?
Surprising. Well, maybe not surprising. We've always gotten Rouse's king cakes because it's close to the house. Mm-hmm. But talking to other people, like, oh, you got to try Pont-au-Change Market's king cake. So I went and get one. Good. Wasn't better than Mr. Ronnie's. There's some aspects of it I liked.
Mr. Ronnie's or Rouse's?
I mean Rouse's, excuse me. So then I was like, well, let's see what else is out there. So picked up one from Mr. Ronnie's. It's a big donut. Mm-hmm. We did the Canada Snickerdoodle. Probably my second favorite. Most of the ones that we got were the Bavarian cream, because that was our staple one from Rouse's. So we wanted to compare every single one to the Bavarian cream Rouse's king cake. So we didn't get the original from every place. We got to have a fair comparison. Mm-hmm. We even went to the little Oriental market. I'm gonna mess it up. Right there on corporate. I can't even think of the name. They just opened them not too long ago. They're right across from where Norman's Tuxedo used to be.
Oh, yeah, okay. I never been.
They had king cakes there from a Oriental place in in New Orleans that would ship them in. Those were excellent king cakes. Probably in our top 5 for sure. And we tried it a lot. Like we went to New Orleans and tried some king cakes, but ultimately, Rouse's Bavarian cream king cake was my favorite one. Yeah.
Rouse's is good. Rouse's, I've never had the Bavarian cream one. I've always had the original from Rouse's, and it's always been a little dry for my palate.
It absolutely, and that's. I made the comment when we were doing that if I ever do it again, I want to try everybody's original one.
Yeah.
Because I have the same problem with Rouse's original king cake, which is why we get one that's filled.
Makes sense.
Because we want to circumvent that dryness. But if that dryness is not there,
it's probably
it's delicious.
Yeah. See, I love Canadas. I've had Canadas every
that snickerdoodle
brand.
One's excellent.
Their original
is such a good.
But they have a chocolate snickerdoodle. Stupid good. But original king cakes.
We didn't do an original.
See, me is Manny Randazzo's in New Orleans.
We didn't get there. There was 2 places we wanted to do. Was Randazzo's, and there's an Oriental market in New Orleans that supposedly has a phenomenal king. There's like 2 of them.
But
we tried one.
It's airy. It's really like it's not the traditional rolled. I can't think of the name you're talking about, but we've had Gambino's is a restaurant is a supermarket.
Those, yeah.
Gambino's is good, but Manny Randazzo's king cakes, and I thought when we were going to go to the King Cake Festival that Randazzo's. I think if you take an internet poll, Randazzo's probably is the vote. I mean, they only open they own, like the company is only open during Mardi Gras time.
Oh, really?
Only open during Mardi Gras time. And there's not a single day that they're open that you are not going to stand in line
to get a king cake
for at least an hour.
Wow.
The line literally wraps around the block every day. Every single day. It's insane. And they're good. It's not what you would think, I guess, is a traditional king cake from our local area, like Rouse's in Canada. Right. It's a little, it's still the twisted, but they have like a white icing. It's not like a...
Well, that's kind of how. Have you had the ones from Pornichet Market?
Yeah.
It's more like a cake icing.
Correct.
On top of it, and I like that aspect of that. That was a very, very, very good king cake as well.
Oh, excuse me, I don't know if you heard it.
That was one of our preferred ones too. Now, my parents really liked I don't know where they got it. It might have been Canada's. It was a Sunday king cake.
Canada's does some crazy off the wall.
It was like bananas, pineapple.
Yeah.
It was like an ice cream sundae king cake that my stepdad loved. Like that's his favorite king cake.
Really?
I'm not a pineapple. Like I don't like all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't mine. I did taste a piece without the pineapple and the banana and all that stuff on it. Just a piece, and it was okay.
Yeah. There was another one at the festival. I can't think of the company. But there was like traditional, there was like categories, right? The traditional, and there was your non-traditional. And the non-traditional was a Chantilly king cake, which is like what you're saying, it was fruits and we tried it, and I was not like, if you would give me another piece, I wouldn't eat it.
Right.
Like it just wasn't. But the people, the people that tasted it, and it was voted. So when you went in, you had
like a token or something.
You had multiple tokens, and then there was a huge box. Like in the middle, and you went put your token in the box of, like there was your traditional tokens and your non-traditional tokens, and you put your token in whatever.
So what you like the best. Yeah. Right.
But it was, dude, it was pretty cool. I hope that they continue to bring it back.
I would like to.
It was in Champion Square.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. They had bands playing. All the vendors were.
If they bring that back, man, let me know. We'll make an afternoon out of it. We'll get the families together. We'll go because like I said, we literally. For the whole Mardi Gras season, that's what we did, was taste the different king cakes.
Yeah. And it's like you pay, I don't know, you buy tickets, right? Like so, and every ticket gives you a sample of king cake. So if you liked one and you're like, I don't want to go, we bought 20 tickets, but that's the one. You go spend all your 20 tickets at that one one place. So it was because some of the lines were just, we didn't try them, we just walked around. I was like, we're gonna skip on that one. But we're going to go on to the next one. Favorite candy?
Whew.
But I'm gonna preface this, not chocolate. So if there is a sugar,
I'm actually not a huge chocolate fan anyway. Hard candy or
I guess I did it 2 different categories. Favorite candy, not chocolate. Favorite candy, chocolate.
I think my favorite chocolate candy is probably a Snickers. It's between that and probably Mr. Goodbar. Man, I like candies, man. Kind of depends on what I'm in a mood for. It really does.
But if you walk into a gas station,
I will say this, and you can't really find it anywhere anymore. But there used to be. I used to get to the movies every time I go to the movies. I don't remember what it was called, but it was basically a mixture of a bunch of different Willy Wonka hard candies. It was the Sweet Tart Minis. It was Runts, Nerds, and another hard candy, all mixed into one. It was so good. So good. Like that was my go-to candy. Like my wife actually found some at Rouse's one time and bought like the whole shelf.
I've never seen that before.
Mix-ups, I think is what it was called.
That makes sense.
Try look it up, see if that's what it's called. Because that was it was good because every little bite, like it was a really
different.
Good, yeah,
trail mix of hard candies.
right. Mix-ups, candy. There you go.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it's.
Yeah, but it wasn't like the ones with the Laffy Taffy and stuff. It was all the hard candies, like the Willy Wonka hard candies. But no, that's the name thing of like the mix-ups.
Yeah, just see if they have it in it.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna find all kind of off-brand stuff, but that's what it was. It was the Willy Wonka hard candy mix-ups or whatever. But that was my go-to for the Gobstoppers. That was the other one. So it was the Nerds.
Everlasting Gobstopper.
It was the Nerds, the Sweet Tart Minis, the hard candy Sweet Tart Minis, Runts, and Gobstoppers. Man, it was so good.
That's a whole lot of.
But that's what I'll eat. I'll snack right in the movies.
Yeah.
Now, they discontinued my other favorite one to go to movies and get candy. Because we do like everybody else, stop at Walgreens and get some candy.
It's illegal.
It's not illegal. It's not. It's actually not like the movie theater even doesn't.
They used to. They used to police the shit out of that when we were kids.
Yeah,
I
remember that
that.
But now you can't openly walk in with a bag of candy, right? But like if they see you eating candy that's not from their place, they don't. Like, it's their policy. They don't mess with it. But Twizzlers, it was the Twizzlers. Listen to me, Twizzlers Bites. It was filled with this jelly stuff. So it was a filled Twizzlers bite, the red one. They don't make them anymore, or they stopped carrying them. But
I remember seeing them.
That was
we are so
too.
polar opposite on this. I am not a hard candy person. I'll eat Skittles.
Not
I
breaking
like
teeth hard.
like
Skittles,
Starburst.
I love Skittles and Starburst.
Yeah, that's my two that I'll eat. We
Skittles is probably my. If we stop at a gas station and we're getting snacks for the road, I'm getting some Skittles.
It's just easy to eat for me. Like I'm driving,
right?
I can pop a couple in my mouth, and because normally if I'm going to get candy on a road trip, it's because I need the sugar. I need to wake up. I need the we're a long road trip or whatever. Chocolate. I eat stuff, of course. I eat everything. It's not a candy bar. I think I don't.
Right.
But my go-to on everything is Reese's. I am a Reese's freaking. I'll eat a Reese's over any, and I'm not talking about just the peanut butter cups. Like my new thing is these Reese's Fast Breaks.
Oh, those are delicious.
Oh, they're like.
I will say this: Reese's Pieces. Like that's probably like if you give me a choice between M&M's or Reese's Pieces, I'm getting Reese's Pieces.
Same here.
That's now. Have you ever tried Reese's Pieces mixed with popcorn?
Every time I eat popcorn.
That's so good.
So I'll take it one further. So this is something we do movie night at the house, right? Kids like, oh, can you make Dad's popcorn? So I'd take regular popcorn, right? Throw Reese's Pieces in it. Then I take the peanut butter syrup that you buy for ice cream.
Yeah.
And the hard shell chocolate syrup that you buy for ice cream.
Okay.
On the peanut butter, on the popcorn, toss it up real good and let it sit for a few minutes and let those get hard on the popcorn.
Huh.
They say it's a Reese's popcorn. Reese's Pieces with chocolate and peanut butter sauce on top of the popcorn.
How much?
Just drizzled. Just drizzled. Just to where it's just a little drizzle that kind of touches.
Kind of like the zebra.
Yeah. Like they make the package, the popcorn with the Reese's Pieces and all that in it. Yeah.
Huh.
Kind of same thing at home. And it's.
I would eat that.
Yeah, you would eat it. Like just whole. It's one of those things. Like if the kids don't eat it with me, I'll eat the whole whole thing. Not even just.
So do you spread the popcorn out and drizzle it?
No, I just keep it in a bowl and toss it, and just kind of coats it, and and then let it get a little hard, and then kind of put it in little bowls and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I do love me some Reese's too. Like it's so hard to narrow that down, man, because
it is. It's.
I'm with you, bro. There's not much candy I don't like.
Let's see where my other stuff is here. Android or Apple? I kind of had to go with that.
I'm Apple.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
I've never been Android, so I can't compare.
Like it's
favorite fast food.
Depends on what I'm getting. So we're going overall.
Yeah, favorite fast food.
Overall, probably if I'm just going overall for burger, drink, side dish, I'm probably going Sonic. I like the Tots. I like a cherry limeade. They have a good burger. Yeah, probably going Sonic or a Baconator from Wendy's.
Okay. I've been outvoted in this because I used to be like a burger, Sonic. I enjoy Wendy's. Their service is garbage, so I don't go to Wendy's anymore. And it's sad because it's probably one of my favorite burgers. But it's Chick-fil-A in my house. If they have an option, if we're eating fast food, it's Chick-fil-A.
I like Chick-fil-A.
I do too. I do, but I'm with you. I'm like, but that's just the go-to, and it's. I like it. The food's great.
Service is great.
Service is hands down. If you are in a fast food business, or if you want to get into the fast food business,
do what Chick-fil-A does.
Go.
Absolutely.
Just sit in their parking lot for a couple days and watch how they operate. Because I tell you what, I don't care. The line is to the highway sometimes.
It's not a long wait.
Nope, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
3 cars in Popeyes and you're waiting 25.
Right. Oh, but don't get me started. I went to Popeyes the other day, and luckily for the
So you answered my next question. My next one was the worst fast food place.
luckily for the girl that was serving out the window, there was a line. I didn't want to be that guy. But thank you. I say thank you, which I shouldn't have to. They should be thanking me because I'm paying, and like a whole other tangent. But they should be thanking you. But we, as a polite society, we all thank you for taking my order, kind of thing. Nothing. I'm like, maybe she didn't hear. Maybe she cut the mic off early, whatever she didn't hear. So we pull up to the window, and that'll be however much money. So I give her my card. Thank you. Tell her again. No response. She gives it back to me. Thank you. No response. Hands me my food. Thank you. Loudly now. Like, thank you. No response. Now, I'm the only car in line. Like, I'm knocking on the window. Excuse me. Can you at least acknowledge the fact that I said thank you and you should say you're welcome? For the fact that I just paid money here and you should be thanking me, it should be opposite. But I'm the one thanking you and you can't even give me a you're welcome.
At least,
the customer service there is horrible. And my wife was mortified. Well, I wasn't say mortified. She was, I guess, slightly embarrassed. We went to Bayou Barbecue the other day, and it's not big by explaining stretch of the imagination.
Bayou Barbecue.
Bayou Barbecue. It's on Bayou Gardens, which is hence the name. It's in a gas station.
Oh, the Conoco gas station, isn't it?
Yeah, it was decent at best.
Yeah.
But to get a drink, you got to go into the Conoco and get a drink. So I hear the two cashiers. Apparently, one of them might have been a little late for work, so the other one was a little ticked off about it. But she was working a register. There's a line, and my wife and kids go through first and get their drinks. I'm kind of lagging behind because I'm trying to decide what I want to get. And my wife she says, man, this woman, like 3 or 4 customers, has already said, thank you, just like we always do. And this woman hadn't said you're welcome yet. She just kind of has like a bad attitude. My wife didn't hear the conversation she had with the other woman. I said, she's just back. She's gonna work a little bit later than normal. So my wife goes, says thank you. The woman doesn't say anything. Now it's my turn. So people say, thank you. She just stares at me. There's no line. So I stare back at her.
You're such an asshole.
So I told her again, thank you. Nothing. I said, ma'am, I have all day. Thank you. Nothing. I said, I ordered my food. I'm going to be here a while. Thank you. You're welcome. That's all I wanted. And I walked on. My wife said, we're not eating here now. Oh, yes, we are. She's about to leave anyway. That woman right now is coming to relieve her. But she's not making our food.
Yeah, I could not.
She's not making our food. She's just checking us out. But it's rudeness, man. Like,
I agree with you.
Customer service, man.
I agree with you. Look, and
to a point that if you're the owner of that Conoco, I am not going back to that place because of that cashier.
I know that guy too.
I don't know this woman. I don't know how many overweight, white, probably 20-something-year-old women you have working there, but that was probably the rudest customer service I've ever had. And I get she was mad that she wasn't supposed, but it's not the customer's fault.
Yeah.
Have some self-pride.
Yeah, I mean you can list a number of stories like that at places.
Right.
And we talked like with Popeyes. I love Popeyes. We are Popeyes family. We are. I'd say a 2 to 3 times a month at least we eat at Popeyes. It's my oldest's first go. If he has a choice where we're eating,
it's Popeyes.
It's Popeyes. My daughter is, she's starting to get Popeyes, but it's always Chick-fil-A.
Right.
They some chicken eating fools, man. They eat chicken.
I ain't mad at them.
I just get tired of it.
But chicken's about one food that I can, like if you said you have to pick one food to eat from now to the end of the world, it's going to be chicken.
See,
you can make it so many different ways.
See, me be shrimp. If I had one protein to eat forever, it would be shrimp.
It's chicken.
I get tired of eating chicken.
But you can make it so.
I agree.
I agree.
I could do chicken too.
You could do the same thing with shrimp.
Yeah, I could do chicken too. But like shrimp, I can indulge on shrimp. I love shrimp. But Popeye's story, they're historically horrible in customer service, time, manners, everything. So we were having 11 people at my house not that long ago, and my sisters, my dad, everybody's coming over. Big, family gathering. So we go to Popeyes. I had a big order. I had like 2 20 pieces and 20, the blackened tenders.
Right.
Not breaded. So order was like $80. Can you pull forward? Paid. Everything was great up to can you pull forward waiting on your order, which I figured because they never have the blackened tenders.
And yes, a lot of chicken. Right, that's understandable.
So I'm like, okay, no problem. 40 minutes later.
Oh no, I'd have left. Well,
I already paid.
I don't want to get my money back.
I tried. The doors were locked. It was drive-through only.
I'd have walked in on that drive-through.
So, this is where I'm going. So, and there was a line after that, obviously, because I had a big order.
Right.
So they had a line that developed. There was a line before, but the line was pretty long now. So I waited and waited and waited, and after the probably about the 35-minute mark is when I got out, and I was like, I can't, because I even tried calling, sitting in the thing. I called, and they didn't answer the phone. And my daughter's with me.
Right.
So I'm not gonna act the ass.
Right.
I got a 10-year-old with me, so. Patiently, and she's getting frustrated. I can't believe it's taking this long, Dad. This is crazy.
But if you do act the ass, you have to cancel your order.
So, like
golden rule.
So I walked to the window, and a guy came to the front, and he said, pointed to the door. And I said, I did. I went to the door. I'm knocking on the door. Nobody's coming. So he comes to the door, and he's like, he said, man, they messed up your order twice. And he said, we don't have any more naked tenders. They burned them. And I said, look, I came to the window just to get my money back. Like, just give me my money back. And he's like, the rest of your order is done. He's like, we were waiting on the naked tenders. So they burned them. So we did them again. They burned them again. He said, now we're out. And that's like, I don't even know what to say. And he's like, and he is, you know, doing everything. He's like, I'm sorry, sir. He said, this is, before I can say anything, he's like, your money's already being refunded to your card. I was like, why did you get a receipt? And he's like, they're printing a receipt. And she's walking out the back with the rest of my order. And he's like, I don't know what else to say. He's like, I'm so sorry. He's like, if there's any, and I was like, this is the first time this has ever happened to me. They gave you my entire order, the rest of the order, for free, refunded my card, and I have Apple Pay, so I looked on my phone like, yep, it was refunded. So I was like, good job. Good job to whoever this management team is, whoever burned 40, you know, naked tenders needs to be fired.
Right.
Because there's a timer. Boop, you hit it. Yeah. It's not a, you know.
But the manager tried to make it right.
Wasn't the manager. The manager wouldn't come talk to me.
Oh, really?
It was an employee.
Wow. Well, that employee got a promotion.
That's why I was like, and I've seen him here before, like other times, and I'm like, hey man, I always like you. Thank you. Have a good day. And he's polite. He's always friendly.
But that's the people that should be running the place.
That's where I was going with.
At least customer service wise, he might not be the best with the books and the hiring and the firing and the schedules, but you have to have somebody who can deal with customers. Yep. You have to.
And I was like, this is, you know, I'm glad that somebody here has some kind of customer service ability, because if I would have just been given my food or like, I am 100% okay with people messing up terribly.
Right.
Just come to me and say, dude, we messed up.
Like, I wish I knew this young lady's name.
Know?
I haven't seen her at Taco Bell since, but I went to the Taco Bell drive-thru one time, and look, I'm not a Taco Bell fan. Like, I take it or leave it. My kids like it, so we go there sometimes. And I was on my way home from something. You know, my wife called and, look, can you pick up Taco Bell? I'm already in a bad mood, right? It wasn't from her. It's just like I was just getting off of work. Just had a typically bad day. You know, I'm aggravated. The last thing I want to do is deal with a drive-through fast food place. So I pull up to the drive-through, and the most upbeat, sweetest sounding young lady comes on the mic, and you can't even mad at her.
Yep.
Right? Yes, sir. Just the epitome of customer service. You pull up to the window, very polite, very upbeat, like put me in a better mood. And I said, ma'am, can I speak to your manager, please? And you can see she's nervous now. So the manager comes to the window, and I just had to comment. And I said, look, I've been in a lot of drive-thrus, you know, just like everybody else has. This young lady has probably been the best customer service experience I have ever had in any drive-thru I've ever gone through. I don't know what y'all data boy system is, but this young lady deserves it.
Good for you.
You know? And you could tell it made her little day. Like, she was kind of getting teary-eyed kind of thing. But she deserved it, man. It was just, and I told the guy, I said, I came here in a bad mood. Like, I was just having a bad day. And I'm leaving here happier than
your 3-minute interaction changed the trajectory of my day.
Right, and she should get a shout out for that.
Because if she would have been the opposite of that, then you would have went home more angry and upset and aggravated.
Right.
You know, had to change your mood, so you wouldn't have put that on your kids.
Right,
Kids are like, oh, Dad's in a bad mood.
Right.
It would have been a longer bad day.
But customer service goes a long. I'm a huge proponent in just the magnitude of customer service. I wish today that I knew this young lady's name was, because
give her some shout outs. Huh?
Yeah, she was just phenomenal.
We're gonna end on this one. Type of food you will not eat, because we say we foodies. Any food that you will not eat or have eaten that you won't eat again.
Define type of food.
I mean, it could be a single item. You know, like, I'll give you an example. Like, my brother-in-law he eats everything. We call him Mikey. This dude will absolutely anything. What he will never eat again is mango salsa. And he'll eat everything. He'll eat components of mango salsa individually, but won't eat mango salsa.
I'll go this route. I do not like coconut. If coconut is in something, I am not eating it. Like, it's one of those few things, like I say, I'll try anything. I will, unless there's coconut in it, because I know I'm not going to like it. if there is a minute amount of coconut in something, I can taste it, and I do not like it. If I was starving, of course, on an island and all they had was coconuts, I'm eating it. But that's not the worst thing I've ever eaten. And funny story if we have the time.
Yeah.
So, God, I hope these people aren't part of don't listen to our podcast. I'm gonna start with I love these people, right?
So you know them.
Not to a point of friends, but they're some old neighbors of ours.
Okay.
I'll just tell a story. Okay, so some backstory. I love pecan pie. Like, if you're talking about pies, pecan pie is probably a good pecan pie is probably my favorite. I love a pecan pie with some whipped cream and a cold glass of milk, or some ice cream and a cold glass of milk. Love it, hands down. Like, that's my go-to. I love pecan pie. My stepdad can't cook very many things. Makes probably the best pecan pie I've eaten. Like, he's
got that down.
It got that down to a point when he makes pecan pie for the holidays. He makes a pecan pie for the family and one for me to bring home. Love pecan pie. So we move into our new neighborhood where we're living now, and we're the type of people, like, we were the first to break ground, first to move in. So we kind of, as our neighbors are moving in, we'll bring them like a pie or a cake or something like that, just to say hi. We're the neighbors, introduce ourselves, welcome to the neighborhood. Kind of.
Y'all are those folks.
Yeah. So, and look, we didn't make these treats. Like, I would go buy like a Rouse's King Cake and bring it to them whenever they were moving around morning ago, just to say, look, you ain't got to buy this in, just hi, we're the no blocks, we live around the neighborhood. If you ever need anything, feel free to reach out, blah, blah, blah. Trying to be nice neighbors. It caught on a little bit, I guess, because we had some neighbors moving directly across the street from us, and not my current ones, the ones before them. Super nice.
Just in case the current ones are listening.
Right. Super nice people. And it's not about the dish that's being brought.
No,
it's the gesture.
Absolutely.
Right. So let's get that straight off top. So I'm sitting at home, and we haven't met the new neighbors yet. We're planning on going introduce ourselves when we can get a cake or whatever. I'm sitting at home. It's me and Chance, and Charity had left to go pick my daughter up from dancing. The doorbell rings. So I answer the doorbell. It's the neighbors from across the street. Introducing themselves, they got their dogs with them, super nice people. They bring me up a pecan pie. And I just told you,
hell yeah.
I love these people. They know how to make an impression on me. One that they made. So I put this pecan pie on the counter, and I'm salivating. We do an introduction thing. Chance meets him. He loves dogs, pet dogs. Put it on the counter because I don't want to cut into it without Charity and Callie being home, so they can partake in the deliciousness of this pecan pie. I go make sure that I got whipped cream in the counter. I've got the plate out. If not,
you call them to wipe it. Hey, grab some.
Yes, and I had some in the refrigerator, some whipped cream. So I'm like a kid at a candy store, like a fat kid loving cake, bro, just waiting for them to get home so I can dive into this pecan pie. And they get home, and I tell them, I'm like, the neighbors came. Oh, sorry, we missed them. Okay, that's great.
Got some pie to eat.
Got some pie to eat, right? So I cut me a piece, dude. I put my my whipped cream on. I got me a nice cool glass of milk. I take a bite. That's the worst thing I have ever put in my mouth to this day. Dude, I've had dog food in my mouth before. This is the worst. I spit it out. My wife said, oh my God, we've been married for how long? And it's the first time I've ever seen you spit food out. Like, you've eaten food, didn't like it, swallowed it. She's like, if we go on Fear Factor or an Amazing Race and we got to eat snake or scorpion, you're my go-to because you could swallow it. I could not eat this. It was horrible.
That has got to be.
Dude, I'm spitting it out. I'm rinsing my mouth out under the sink. Like, it was disgusting. My son sees my reaction and he's laughing. So I'm like, crap, I don't want to be. I said, look, son, it's not about, it's not about the food or the quality. It was the gesture. Because I'm like, this is the worst thing ever. It's horrible. And I look up at Chances right there, so I explained to him. So, fast forward about a week and a half later. I'm working some extra duty stuff. I think I've been working something for the school or something. I don't remember what it was. It's irrelevant. Get a phone call from Charity. She says, I am mortified right now and don't know what to do. So she said, we may have to move. So I'm like, okay, what happened? She says, I pulled up from picking Chance up, I don't know, like karate practice or something. She wouldn't get Chance. She pulls up, and the neighbors walk across the street to introduce themselves to Charity because they missed her when she was out. So they start talking. My son,
oh God,
not knowing better, he's younger, you know. They're talking, and he says, "You remember that pecan pie that y'all brought over?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, man, you know, I hope y'all liked it." No, my dad said it was the most disgusting thing he ever put in his mouth. He was spitting it out and just going off. So Cherry's horrified. She tries to smooth things over with a little white lie, you know. With she says, "No, that was the fruit cake that Nana made," and my son, because he's an intelligent young man. "No, Mama, you weren't there. He brought it over. She was with him. The dog was there. He's wearing a blue shirt. You know, like no doubt in his mind, like he's trying to prove that he's telling the truth here." And the guy, look, the neighbor, they're such good people. You know, the neighbor's like, it's not that big a deal. Like I was just learning how to bake. I'm sorry y'all didn't like it. You know, and my wife's like, look, it was a gesture. So thank y'all so much for trying to. But when she goes inside, she's like, I wanted to crawl inside myself.
My daughter does that crap all the time.
I'm cracking up laughing because I wasn't there, right? But, oh man. So yeah, that was it. Really was the worst thing I've ever eaten, and I'm sure the guy's recipe has gotten better because he's the one that made it. It wasn't his wife. He made it.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry if you're listening. I would try your pie again if you want to make up for it and bring me up a car pie to my house. It's one of my favorite Chance stories to tell.
That story's gonna be told
right
to his friends and forever.
But it it is what it is. But yeah, coconut is I do not like.
That's mine. If it's got coconut in it, I'm not eating it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you have a chocolate cake, I'm a brownie nut. I will eat. I will take a brownie over cookie over anything. I love brownies. If it's got coconut topping on it, if it's got coconut
extract in it, yeah, I'm
not eating it. Now I like back to the drink, like a pina colada. I'm not drinking it.
No.
You know, I don't like coconut sun spray.
No.
Like I'm okay with the smell over there.
Yes.
On my body. No, I'm not. I'm a coconut. Like, you know, my girls years back, and they know this now, but one of the girls that worked for me, she's been with me for a long time. It's my birthday. She makes this. I made you a chocolate cake for your birthday. I mean, a freaking 5-tier, huge ass chocolate cake. I'm like, great. She pulls the cake cover off of it. It's German chocolate.
Got coconut.
That's what it's chocolate cake with coconut and chocolate icing. And I'm like, oh, I said, thank you. I really appreciate it. She's like, okay. I didn't say nothing. I was in my office. Oh, we cutting cake. I'm like, all right, y'all get space. And she I said, I don't know how to tell you this. I said, but there's not a chance in hell I'm going to eat any of that cake.
It's probably delicious. I'm just not a fan of coconut.
And I said, look, I'll even do this. I said, is there any coconut in the cake part? And she's like, no. And I said, I'll taste it. Like, I'll taste the cake.
Right.
You know.
It's not the ice.
I can't. Well, even just.
I know.
The smell sucks through it. Yes. I don't know. I was like, yeah. I'm like, thank you. I said, but I can't do it. Right. Coconut is I just can't. I don't know why. But I say that. The only thing the coconut that I have eaten, and it's still not, I'm not a huge fan of it, but like the coconut fried shrimp. Like but I gotta have the dipping sauce. It's this sweet, but it doesn't. To me, it doesn't. There's no coconut flavor. It's the only thing coconut
stands out to me so much.
Yeah.
That I have eaten things. I said, "There's coconut in that. I don't like it." Everybody, I don't taste the coconut. Look on the back of the ingredient thing. Coconut's like 18th on the list.
Coconut something.
And I'm like, how in the hell do you taste that? I said, because coconut's that one flavor that I cannot stand.
Yeah.
And I guess because of that, if there's a hint of it in there, my taste buds will pick it up and I'm not eating it.
Yes, indeed.
So you don't ever have to worry about it coming to my house. And I guess my wife likes coconut, but
mine
she knows
does
I'm not eating it.
She's a pina colada. She's like, you want some? You know, like we're in Jamaica, we go to drink. Like, no, can't do it.
Right.
Pass. But Again, this is another. I didn't think this was going to take this one long.
Well, it's because I went on story time.
But that's great, man. I think it's awesome that that's happened. But again, I mean, I hope everybody liked this little less serious, a little bit more personal take on what we're doing. And so, yeah, where you want to end with this one, Cody?
Just how we end everything. Thank you guys for coming on this journey with us. We are trying to get our subscribership up to 1,000 on YouTube, and I'll let you talk a little more about that on your exit statement. But if you like at all what we bring to the table, please like, comment, and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, but it helps us out a ton if you help spread the word and subscribe to our YouTube channel, so that we can. Again, our goal ultimately is to be able to pay things forward and to do positive things in our community. So if we can get to that level, then we can start doing those things that we want to do. So we can't do it alone. Again, this is your podcast, not just ours. So please just help us grow and hit the subscribe button. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and again, I echo what Cody just said. We need your help. We can't do this alone. It's something that it's a passion project that we've taken on. Yes. It's something that I wish Tori was here to echo this, because I know he does a lot of things in the community as well.
Yes.
And so that is our ultimate goal with this, is to create a platform to bring differences together and to show people that a lot of community involvements, they're not made to bring differences together, and that's what we want to create, but we can't do that without your help. So that's our, again, like Cody said, that's our end goal, is to give back and do these community projects. And we do have a long-term plan and I guess mission statement that we want to do, but it starts with getting it off the ground and having people get involved and watch and support this endeavor. So again, go to YouTube, subscribe, even if you watch it, because like I said, we have 3 times the views if we have subscribers. So no people are watching it. They're just not subscribing. So hit the subscribe and leave some comments. Cody is always in the comment section. I'm not so much. I try to get better at it, but Cody comments and tries to create some dialogue with some folks. And so don't be scared to subscribe and continue to comment. And again, tell your friend, tell your neighbor, tell your brother, sister, spouse, cousins.
Right.
We need everybody's help, because like I said, we can't do it alone. And this is about bringing our communities together and bringing differences together and putting differences aside and growing as much as we can and kind of creating unity. So again, I'll leave it like we always do. Remember, the divide is not so wide.